Looks like we got an interesting match for you guys. It's going to be U6 Cabba versus U7 Frieza.
What up, folks out there? This is Brian Reed of G&G Elite, online Hurricane GL. I'm helping out a little bit Neil this round. Since I got the bye, I'm out there in the round. I done seen the cards already, you know, since I ain't gaining no advantage here. I mean, I could be standing outside watching it anyway, since I got the bye. So,
all right now they're just going off their mulligans, and yeah, it's gonna be good to go.
We got Sublett, Master of U7 here. If y'all don't know this boy, he's the unknown. Most of y'all probably don't, because he doesn't have an online presence. But if you talk to people in the know, Matt is the man when it comes to running U7. So don't ask why he's running it. He's running it because he's most likely looking to body somebody.
I mean, he's been playing U7 since they came out, and he always has like some weird build to go with it. It's always consistent. It's always crazy.
As soon as I saw him here today, I was like, oh man, let me figure out what my U7 matchup is, because I did not plan for it at all.
I'm really hoping to see him see if he plays the new U7 Blue Barrier Frieza.
The other question is, does he have the new UI Goku in that deck?
Ooh, that's also a good one.
Get to 4 energy, and that thing is powerful.
It just feels so weird tapping 4 for it, though. That's the only thing.
Yeah, but, oh, there we go. Question answered. He pitches it right off the jump. For y'all that don't know, that thing's 4 energy, but you can counter play or counter attack.
Oh wow, and he's playing the 2-drop Piccolo.
Oh yeah.
That grabs a 3-drop Gohan.
Well, that Piccolo grabs any U7 or Namekian and just negates the skills.
Not that one. That's not the one. It's the
Oh,
2-drop. Yeah, it's a 2-drop starter
right.
deck one. It searches for a 3-drop Gohan Adolescence.
Gotcha. I only saw a quick glimpse of it.
He probably runs the other Piccolo too, the power booster one that gets you a 4-drop or lower, or Namekian.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good card to play.
Standard play for U6 there, charging dual color. Set up all the rest of their plays. It gets nasty from there. That's what I lost in round 1 to Marquise McKinney playing U6 Cabba. So I know this Sublett side of the table pretty well. That's why I'm sitting here with a bye with y'all.
That is in fact Brian Reed, helping me co-commentate for this round. He's got the bye for this round, so liven up the commentary a little bit. And he does play the Frieza. Hell yes, that's what I wanted to see. Pitch the Piccolo, draw 2 with the leader skill. Man, here's the objection. U7 doing U7 things. We're just gonna dig.
This is like, I think his deck might be close to a commander deck. That's what it's starting to look like there. Just play one of everything. I know there's 2 of them on the board right now, y'all.
Only thing is, against Cabba, is it smart to tap out? That's the question.
Well, you got to think he's playing some time magic for the negates. I don't know if his drops where he can spark the negate yet.
I think he only has 3 right now, but all right, we're doing the things. He's playing the 2-drop Kale. He looks at top 10. First, he's taking a life.
Oh.
Party foul.
I think the only way he minused for efficiency here is if he had gotten out that Sadala play that Kale. That's just plus
Sure,
plus there.
yeah, it's infinite plus. I guess he just didn't draw into it. He's playing 3.
But Kale into Cabba is pretty good. The only thing better situationally would be the 2-drop Caulifla, but he doesn't need that here since his opponent's already tapped.
Yeah, right now he's just filtering. Seems like turn 3 is already going to be really explosive. Does have to discard 1 for Cabba.
I don't think he's
Otherwise, I'm
resolved.
gonna scream. There we go.
I don't think he's resolved his leader effect either. He gets the plus 5s, but did he take the life?
The plus 5 is mandatory. The
Yeah.
take life is not.
I think he might be waiting there then.
He's got dice on him now, so
Yeah. It's a 15K swing there.
10K.
He's got the plus. Oh, that's right. He's a 5K.
Only 5K, yeah.
See, I don't like the veggies, man. I forget
See,
them.
It's like at first, like when you think about it, the 5K, it seems like really bad, especially for a 2-drop. But you're plus one off of him, and then the whole deck combos. So he's always going to be a 15K once you get your combo going.
Yeah.
So it kind of balances out, and that's also the reason why like a lot of M7s aren't 5 to 10Ks. I think this Kale is a 9K.
Yeah, it is.
Because otherwise, you just be able to push so much more damage than you already does.
It makes it easy, particularly here where he's got the dead Goku's on board that he can just combo off.
Okay.
All right, let's see here. Sublett is
Thinking about his charge.
This is a thing that like tilts me like crazy as a player when my opponent takes this long to charge. I'm like, man, your card. By the time I pass turn, your hand changed by 1 card. That's a decision you should have made.
Well, if you look at it, he has 2 blacks and he has a blue out. So
He's got to get yellow, red, maybe green. Oh, goes another blue.
well, he only needs blue and yellow realistically. Sure. Like realistically, he only needs blue yellow. Because all the like he has
All
reps
Universe 7s, yeah.
is colorless, but for his extra cards, that's the spice right there.
It is. Oh, he's got some spice in his deck, y'all. But I'm not going to ruin the surprise. I don't want to steal his thunder. I want him to play it at an insane time. What's crazy is such good spice against this deck too. Against
It really
against
is.
used decks, it's going to be nasty. I really want him to work his way to that play. Looks like Sublett doesn't want to leave himself defenseless here, so he just passed after the leader swing to keep that 4 energy up.
And this is gonna be like a really pivotal turn for both players. It's like turn 3 is pretty much where you want to go off with the Cabba deck. Ooh, and you charge Desperate Measures.
Desperate measures outside of taking care of those 1-drop Gokus aren't. I think it's
Right.
almost non-impactful here, other than making your opponent spend another energy.
And right now, because Sublett is at 4 energy, next turn is where he wants to go off. So if Kyle can push in a lot of damage this turn to make the 5-drop less impactful, he'll be in a good spot. So he pays 1, gets the Caulifla, looks at top 5. I guess he's choosing to resolve Caulifla first.
Maybe setting up for the Kefla play.
Well, he has one in hands. We know that he searched it off of it. Okay, so plus 5K.
Because if he resolves it here, he gets the.
I guess he's choosing not to take a life.
Yeah. He took one. Did he take one from the swing? I missed that.
I think it's a one from the swing.
All right. So yeah, he's gonna
Which is fine. I mean, at this point, it doesn't really matter. He just has to play one more card. He's able to awaken.
Well, when he plays the Kefla, if he goes into the Kefla here, that's
Sure.
the play. Take the life. He gets the 5K, and it
Right.
carries the Khalifa's
Well,
5K up to be a base 29.
This is kind of the point where you want to set up your Champovados if you have it.
Interesting that he swung here instead.
I guess since he swung with the leader, he doesn't have Champovados. It's kind of a tell.
Well, no, he could be going for it right here. He can get it out with this one, just to untap, and then he could tap that
And
dual
now
color.
he's doing it.
I mean, he had it off, like the bean doesn't count for the combo power, so
It doesn't. But he just doesn't
he
want
didn't
to
want
tap
to. Yeah, he
out.
didn't want to be tapped out because that leaves him where when he awakens, he still has he can untap both of them. Question is, does he do it here for an extra 5K on the swing, or does he wait to resolve it later? Oh, yeah.
Okay, so he's choosing to take a life.
That's on the
Champa
Champovados.
should get plus 5 as well.
He's at 30. He didn't do the awaken there.
Take one. Champa should be at plus 5K. I'm gonna go give him some dice or something.
All right, cool. They've got dice. Just let him know to mark it. He had 2 die earlier. He's really debating that whether to awaken here or not. Swinging with the Vados to be able to. All right, so he's not going to go with the Kefla play here. He's looking at just straight up comboing up and doing nasty things. He wants to tap down an energy. Probably a blue.
Most likely a blue. So he's going down to 4.
Oh, that's why he didn't awaken there. He wanted to give that an extra 10K.
Exactly.
Nice.
Exactly.
That's a heads up play. I gotta give him props on that.
Bam.
And that's gonna get his 5K too. So man, okay. This is actually pretty heads up play, and as someone who doesn't play this deck much, I wouldn't have taken this line myself, and honestly, he's playing it better.
Sublett is definitely in trouble right now.
This is why I'm sitting here talking to y'all on stream instead of out there playing right now.
Dude, especially if he has a Kefla in his hand, that thing's gonna have 3 boosts.
If he does it before he awakens, it's 4 boosts.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. And then oh dude, if he does this right, depending on his hand, he goes 4 boosts on Kefla. Then he taps 3 to drop the Champa, the starter deck Champa, to give it plus 10 and double strike.
All right, super combo.
Oh, if he's got the cards, man.
He's putting in. He's crit.
Yeah, this is.
Oh, is he gonna beat him for another plus 5K boost? He definitely has the Kefla in hand.
Yeah, we know that because he got it earlier. But I just want to know if he's got the Champa in hand. Because if he has the Champa in hand, this gonna get ugly fast.
That Kale should have another 5K boost.
It should. I think they calculated it, but he's not switching the die. So, but we just trying to make sure things stay straight and clear on the board. So Neil's going ahead to correct it. So we have 35 participants today. I am one of them. That's why I'm on stream right now, is because I lost in round 1, so I ended up with the bye round 2. So now I'm gonna struggle to even make top cut because my tiebreakers are gonna be atrocious with an L and a bye. And honestly, nobody here feels like I'm gaining any kind of advantage watching the stream, because if I wasn't in here watching the stream, I could be standing over there by the table watching them play. It doesn't really help anything. he's trying not to, he doesn't want that. What did he swing with here? Is it still on the?
He's swinging with the kale.
Okay, this is still on that kale, so he's protecting that crit.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to go to 1. I think he might know what's coming, so he may be trying to keep a time magic or something alive. I don't know if he plays it or not.
He plays time magic.
Yeah, I don't know there. But double bean definitely helps him get to 20K.
It does.
But I mean, if he's got the Kefla here and the Champa, I mean, we're talking giant. So there's 4 beans, essentially the equate to 4 beans on top. Hey, he shouldn't put that in his drop. That's still under.
It's still under. Can you fix the evolved targets? Should still be under the Kefla.
We can't increase drop size in case of warp or anything like that. I don't know what his drop count is. We just want to make sure there's no number discrepancy there. I mean, you know, if he was to drop a mirror right here, we don't want to give him any extra.
Right.
Oh, it looks like he's about to swing, man. I'm disappointed that he doesn't have that Champa. He doesn't need the double strike on both, so who knows what he's going to do here. I mean, he's hoping to just out-body
it has dual attack, and at this point, it's, I think, 34K?
So he's tapping out to draw 2, pitch 1. Ooh, desperate measured on. That's a clutch play. It never comes into play.
It's okay, he gets to awaken.
It's smart of Kyle here, because Kyle knows too that next turn is Matt's go off turn, so he's trying to
just end the game
here. I mean, I don't know how big his hand is. It looks like 7, 8 cards, and he's swinging with the 39.
He's got 8. Sublett's got 8 cards in hand.
All right, so 39 dual attacker here. But he's sitting at a 20K, and he still can awaken if he really wanted to. I know he doesn't want to because he wants to use it next turn.
And he's at 2 life, which means that the 5-drop that he just combo isn't going to get any more life. So he might. Oh, he's just might be foregoing everything at this point.
Well, he's just trying. I think he knew he couldn't survive both, though. So he takes that one.
Leaving him with very little options.
So on the awaken, he could have. Well, that wouldn't make sense to do that. He wants to leave himself with a couple energy himself.
So Kyle didn't close out the game, but he put himself in a really good spot.
Absolutely. Got to remove the dice from. There we go. Matt's at least doing a good bit of housekeeping, trying to keep the board state clean. Char's the objection. I think only one needs to resolve in a game, unless he's just dead drawn like crazy.
I mean, if you resolve 2 in U7, oof, is that victory strike coming out on turn 3, turn 4? That's
not right.
That's insane.
That's like Harunga Ramp.
Hey, and this is the OG.
This is what see here. Look, this is
intended.
This match. Watching him play this deck right here. I think this just provides more evidence for my argument that objection needs to be banned. Don't at me on that stream.
Alright, so he's waiting for a response. He's tapping 5.
He gets no plus on it. So it is what it is.
At this point, it doesn't matter.
I wasn't sure if he was going to do this because I don't even know if he plays the Frieza chain or not. I didn't know if he was going to try this or try to go into the Frieza chain to limit what Kyle could do. There you go. That's a smart play. He's going to tap it down.
And that's the key thing with U7 Frieza. There's no real way in order to untap it, unlike Broly, or give it like triple attack like Shenron. So like when you're going with this strategy, you're really going all in. I was like, I'm literally just gonna play Vic Strike. And I honestly, I think that's how this deck, that card should be played. I think it should be exclusive to U7.
I think there's two ways to fix it. Either make Victory Strike exclusive to U7, or make it require it to be a green 7-drop or higher Goku. So then only the green
So
U7
you
one.
have to do the change.
Yeah.
Because if Vic Strike is just exclusive to this archetype, I think it'd be totally fine. What makes it broken is when you put it in Broly or a Shenron leader.
Yeah, like I said, like right now, they've got to do. Bandai is going to have to do something. So I would expect post Nats, they're going to have to hit World Peace or Objection, because otherwise those two cards in conjunction with Shenron and Porunga are going to limit what they can, the kind of big bosses they can. I mean, they gave us Kaioken. Kaioken is a secret rare card with an SR on it, so you can put 4 of them in your deck, and that's just nasty.
I can agree with you on Objection. I think if anything, Objection is going to be the card to go. They're never going to touch Vic Strike because they don't want to kill the value of the card. And unfortunately, like World Peace comes in a starter deck. So like, and it's the premier, like it's the only thing you can play in that starter deck. So they're not like, and this is just like on the company side, they're not going to butcher the starter deck for the sake of that.
I don't know.
Which is unfortunate.
I don't know about that. The starter deck is so old at this point that I would surmise that they've maximized value out of it. Because we're almost at a year since release, or maybe past a year, because last year Nats was in November, so the starter deck released right before then. So they've maximized their value. The only people buying starter decks, the starter deck Shenron anymore.
It's not so much about the value, as much as like if a new player picked up a starter deck and 4 cards out of that is banned.
That's fair.
And it's unfortunate. I don't want it to be that way because I do feel like World Peace needs to be dealt with. But I feel like for that reason alone, I don't think it's going to unless I want to.
I don't know how many folks out there listening know Richard Zapp, but he makes it his goal with cards like Kind Wish, or not a Kind Wish, but Child's Wish, and then World Peace, and now Assembling the Squad. He works tirelessly to figure out how to break those cards. To try to teach the community in Bandai that they are not a good type of card to have in the game. He just doesn't believe when. I mean, and you think about it, for free, you can bring out a Kaioken off of a free leader wish.
Tap 2, tap down an energy.
Take a life to tap down that one of those blues. Is that it's a Khalifa, the 1-drop underneath it?
Yes.
Wonder if does he have a 4-drop in hand?
I believe so. Yeah, I think Kyle might be a newer player. I can't really fix his trigger for this. He's supposed to get a draw off of his Vegeta leader for tapping a dude, or for tapping an energy.
It's a required, so it's once per turn it's required. Yeah, that came up. So yeah, we need to go ahead and fix that. That actually came up in round 1 off of me. I was playing Marquise McKinney playing U6, and he triggered it, but then did not draw until he triggered it again later, which is I thought at the time I thought it was optional. If it had been optional, so much time had passed, so much stuff had messed up. We had an irreversible game state, but since it was mandatory, he had to take the draw. Technically, because I mean, if Neil wanted to be the judge with the hard hammer, he would issue 2 cautions here, but I don't think that's the necessity right here.
Yeah, I think it's just a newer player.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And honestly, like I was telling them while you were gone, the issue came up with Marquise and I in round 1, game 1, where he played a card out and did not draw, and then later on he played his Khalifa, the 4-drop Khalifa free to evolve, and that's when he took the draw. And I was like, whoa, it's hard. If it had been optional, the trigger had already passed, but because it's mandatory, he had to take it. Because of the way he stacks that up, I can't even begin. And I was talking, I can't tell you. Oh, it's a lot. It's enough to end the game.
I mean, even so, you have a 19K up board. You have what is it 19K?
19, 10, 19, 10, 19. Attack. Yeah, you have a dual attack 19. You have another 19 and a 10.
It's a lot to deal with.
Yeah, But he hand dumped on there, so I gotta imagine. Now I guess he did get the one draw off of the leader swing, but I don't know how impactful it was. But if it had been me piloting, which again I'm not that good with the deck, I probably would have swung with the Kefla just for that extra 4K. Which honestly, you know what? No, I wouldn't, because that 4K doesn't make any difference. It's the same whether you hit 20 or 24. It still takes the same amount of combo to overcombo it. So he's smart. He made the right play swing with the leader to get the draw, increase hand advantage. This right here, what Matt's doing, is also the reason that I strictly stick with like Katana or Dragon Shield sleeves, because having to de-sleeve a double sleeve thing to make a change is a pain in the derriere. Not only that,
sometimes art sleeves are fire.
They are, and when I used to play Pokemon, I'd buy some matte over sleeves because I hated non-matte card sleeves. But it had to be some stupid fire ones. And honestly, I've got my father-son Kamehameha sleeve sitting in the house, and you know what? I might have to play him at NAS if I can get me some over sleeves for him, because father-son Kamehameha is my jam there. Not the card. I played the card before in my Green Broly deck back in Celebrations, but if y'all ever see my mat, that's what you'll see. That's why I hate being on stream.
It's all about
honestly,
Team Gohan, man.
man, I hate being on stream because I can't throw my mat out there. Everybody's always like, no, we need ours. Man, these trash mats, get them out of the way. My boy Gohan needs to be out here. By the way, Danny, I did see your message earlier. I know I didn't shout you out. I believe that's the only other Danny I know besides Danny Hype who's playing today is Danny Maxey, my G&G Elite Team mate. The guy who ruined people's days in Orlando just because he could. The guy got his invite in Columbus at that regional, but he still went to the Orlando one and top cut it just to make sure someone else could make it in. He was one of those guys that ruined Orlando for so many people by playing Tricolor Janemba, the stupidest freaking deck archetype in the...
Hey, man. What you got against that deck?
What I got against the deck, honestly, is a win con built into the leader. That's the only. That's my only thing.
Janemba is an issue. Like, it's kind of ridiculous how this is the only game where mill is actually a viable, really good strategy. Yes, it is how I got my invite. I built the deck 5 minutes before the tournament started because I heard rumors about it going around. All right, like, what do I need to do? What cards do I need right now? I don't even know. No play testing, no nothing.
I tell you what, after that event, after Orlando Regional, I got stupid scared because...
we might have to talk closer to the
That's
mic.
all right. I can get a little bit closer. I got stupid scared after Orlando that I was going to have to switch to Janemba as a great deck in format because I don't ever want to play it. Humorously, with Mill, this was crazy. Back when I played Pokemon.
That's interesting. He sided in Whis, so he doesn't get to untap a bean.
Nice, yeah, that's the way to counter. Back when I played Pokemon, I actually really enjoyed Houndoom Mill. But I enjoyed it too because I got to couple it with things like Team Flare Grunt to deny my opponent's energy that they had charged and just absolutely make them. I love to see people tilt during that, but this just feels dirty. Like I've grown up, I've matured. I'm an older man now, so I try not to do the dirty things because then it just doesn't seem right for some. It's not Bacooth for someone of my age.
Discarding the Frieza, drawing 2. Oh, that Frieza's just so much value. I love that thing.
I'll be honest. I don't even know what that Frieza does. I have one in my binder, but I have no clue what
I'll
that.
definitely take that off your hands. After your draft box, Janemba has a few more bad matchups, though at least it's still going to be a topper. I doubt it wins. Yeah, I don't think it's going to win, mainly because Vic Strike is still in the format. And that's always been the main way that you kill Janemba.
I'll tell you the truth. When it comes to Janemba Mill, here is the definitive ruling on it. If you want to top in the right format, play Janemba Mill. If you want to win with Janemba Mill, you better have Dahan Hardesty on your license. And maybe I know one of the Hill brothers got it one time, but I mean, Dahan's done 1-2 now, so he's the definitive.
Did this
Janemba
man
player.
just charge a Monaka?
Oh, Monaka is spicy in this, man.
So what that Frieza does, it's a 3-drop blue barrier blocker. You can pay 3 in order to summon it from grave.
Oh, okay, that's saucy.
So like, especially in U7 or like Hirudegan, we can just pitch it and then later on just play it out. You just get so much value.
Yes, absolutely. See, my problem is this:
Oh
like,
man, he's playing the Sadala.
he played the Sadala to play the
He's playing the Sadala.
And
Now he gets to play Cabba.
That's
Drawing 1 off of Sadala, taking a life.
and then drawing 2 off the Cabba.
Yeah.
Or looking at the top, whatever. See,
Cabba's also going to get plus 5K. I hope I don't have to remind them.
my problem with all Frieza cards is that I came into Dragon Ball lore on the Namek Frieza saga, so I've just hated him ever since, and I just can't get over it, man. I can't even get over it to like it's painful to put a Frieza card in one of my decks. Toa, man, can't bear it. Toa. I've got a few teammates who think they have a version of Toa with the draft block stuff that can hang with Guy Nemba, but
Toa can definitely hang. I'm going to go fix this 5K.
But from what I saw, man, Guy Nemba without the Toa without the new stuff struggles with Guy Nemba just because of all those freaking counterplays. I mean, they go to drop their sexy little what do you call that? Mirror Creator Absorbed, and Champa the Trickster says, yeah, lay it down, and they're drawing so much that it's not too bad to warp the 3. I hope Toe is good, man. I really do, because honestly, the deck I'm considering for Nats, Toa lays
have
down
some good
for
options. I think the cool thing with the draft box stuff with Toa, I don't know if you touched on this while I was gone for a second, but
not specifically, but yeah.
well, like it basically makes it so you have like alternate win cons, so you don't have to rely on the mirror chain in order to win. You can just like beat them down.
Danny, how different is your version of Toa than Marcus's that he's playing today? Man, I'm trying to perfect it, baby. This draft box gave me some cards, man, and I found a way to get up under Janemba with this new thing. So I actually tested last night or the night before with some of that new Magnificent collection to see how it might work. And unfortunately, that new Broly, as dope as he is, that 6-drop Broly, until I get a green-yellow version of Fickle God Beerus, I'm gonna have to limit how much green-yellow I put into a single deck. That's I mean, we gotta imagine now with all these new color combinations coming out that they're gonna have to give us something, a whole bunch of versions of that Broly and that Fickle God Beerus.
I hope after that they don't print anymore. I think just one in each color combination is fine.
Absolutely, you can't have multiple.
Especially since our game doesn't cycle out cards. Flexing with the foil, desperate.
Man, you just reminded me of something, Danny. I was supposed to put a couple of mass sand in my sideboard and I forgot. Oh,
That's some bad beats.
damn, I forgot. Because that would have
Playing
handled
another
business.
Planet Sadala.
So now he gets a tap in energy off. Wait, is
Yes.
this another? Yeah, he gets a tap in energy. When that one goes away. Does he go blue, yellow, or red? He goes with the yellow, I guess, trying to avoid a cold bloodlust.
Or Time Magic, maybe? Well, he can't play Cold Bloodlust. He's not a
Frieza's
Frieza
army. Okay.
Dude, that would be so busted if U7 Frieza can get Bloodlust. Come on.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm not sure what he was afraid of in the yellow. I guess because of the way the game played out, maybe he still
maybe he's afraid of Time Magic.
Yeah, Time Magic.
But I guess it wouldn't matter.
If he's gonna go into Caulifla, then he would be afraid of Time Magic. So yeah. And y'all, if y'all listening, I'm sorry for the coughing. I got a little tickle in my throat. But after the week I've had, I'm just happy to be here. So he played the Kale off of the Planet Sadala. Neo's going to make sure he remind him to get his cards out for the Cabba effect, though technically he hasn't resolved it yet. You're gonna remind him for the plus on the Kale. He hasn't necessarily technically resolved it yet, so they just gotta remember. I think that's what Matt's telling him, is he's got to fully resolve everything. Oh, that's what he's doing. He's hitting him with the Gallic in window 2. That's the spice I was talking about earlier. He hit him with that Gallic gun. Okay. He waited for him to finish resolving for the Planet Sadala before he triggered Gallic Gun to hit Kale. I think he's doing that to make sure Kale doesn't come out. No, Kale always comes out. She's gonna trigger no matter what. So yeah. Okay. What he's doing, I think, is he's gonna go ahead and neg 15 on whatever's coming after. He's doing it window 1. But yeah, that's what I saw, the Gallic Gun on his list, and I was like, oh, is this cat gonna play it? Man. Yeah, Danny, if I had my mass stains in there and brought them in the side, and when he went, which game 2 I waxed him, but game 3 he opened the nuts, so it still would have been hard. But if I could have, when it came back to me on my turn 3, I could have dropped that for 1, and I would have owned and taken a whole bunch of pieces off his board.
That's pretty spicy of playing Gallic Cannon.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what U7 he was playing, but then when I saw
it's always the Gohan.
Yeah. What's crazy though is he's only got 2 burst attacks in his deck. Oh, he's got a super combos too. So that's his red deck. I was trying to figure out. He played the Gallic Cannon in window 1 on whatever was coming in.
Yeah,
I believe.
So he didn't Gallic Cannon off of Planet Sadala, which bred in the Kale. He Gallic Cannon on the card that Kale was going to bring in, and then he chose to whiff.
And for anyone who doesn't know, Gallic Cannon says to counterplay when the battle card is played, choose up to one of those battle cards and it gets minus 15k power for the duration of the turn. So because he lets he had window 1 and 2 on Kale, but that's not what he wanted to hit. He wanted to hit whatever's coming in after that.
Well, it wouldn't work on window 2 because the card's already in play.
Oh, true. So yeah, so that's why he saved it for window 1 there. Donald, talk to your boy Neil here, and if he can get me on stream, I've got a spicy deck for you. Granted, I lost to U6 round 1, but now I realize that my thought late last night of putting in my Mass Saiyans and forgetting this morning screwed me over. Then I can show you a spicy list. The name of my deck is Broly Gon' Give It To You. But when you say it, you got to say it in the DMX voice. Broly Gon' Give It To You.
Okay, Kefla's swinging in with 2 boosts. And once again, we're at that critical turn where Cabba wants to push in as much damage as possible, and Frieza wants to defend so he can get to 5.
No, Danny, it's not. There's. Let me think. There's no Gohan in my deck, man. And
surprisingly,
honestly, it's a Richard Zapp original, so y'all can know that already. And based on the deck, I think the name that Zapp gave it was Degrassi Blue. It's a long explanation.
Degrassi Blue.
Yeah, so it's yellow-blue, and it plays a lot of very expensive cards. So it's a very expensive deck. So Zapp said it reminded him of Drake, being yellow and expensive. So Drake was on Degrassi High.
To this day, I still say I can't take Drake seriously because I just think of him as the dude in the wheelchair in Degrassi.
Oh, I don't. I'm too old to take Drake seriously, and in my opinion, he's a real life Papa Doc. That's an 8 Mile reference for you millennials out there.
This man has charged a green, a red, and a blue, and a yellow.
You know, just FYI, I'm here in the ATL, so the #1 hip hop ever on my list is Outkast. They changed my life.
Oh man, he got the Goku.
He's at the 5 energy, but he's sitting on 2 there, so he's sitting on the Champa Trickster counterplay with it again. Oh, he pitched 1 Goku. He must have another in hand. Question is, does Sublett play into it again? Tap out for that to untap 1 and
the problem is, what other like choice do you have than to go for it?
Yeah, I mean, at 2 life, and you know how wide he can go. It gets nasty. All right, he separated 1 out, so he's spinning 4
to play the 4-drop Goku.
Aha. Well, it's a 5 that became 4 because of his life.
Yeah.
So that means he can evolve onto it since it was 4 in hand.
I think he's saying. I think it also KOs.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look that card up. What's the name of that one? Or did he just put Goku on there? It's not Hope. Is it Spirit Bomb? Yeah, Spirit Bomb Goku.
No, that's
the 5-drop.
Backbone. No.
No, that's the Super Combo.
Man, all these shorthands here.
Yeah, I think it might actually be the one from. No, that's Tournament of Power. That one's not from Tournament. That's Power. That's a promo. Where is that thing at? It would be a promo. Ultimate Form. That's it.
That's it.
Ultimate Form Son Goku. Let's see. It's double strike permanent. If you have 3 less life, reduce the card cost in hand by 1. When you play this card, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, KO, and if it was in rest mode, draw a card.
And now Vic Strike is coming in.
He didn't have the
Champa
Trickster, man. That's ugh.
And now he's just comboing out.
That man just just pick your hand up, man. Just you don't.
Are we going to game 3? I mean, it's not like we have Shugesh anymore, so.
He hit you for a butt ton. As long as he doesn't try to Danny, as long as he doesn't try to remove the as long as I was afraid he was gonna play God Strike Beavers to try to take Victory Strike off.
I'm counting 105.
So he tapped in. He played that at a cost to tap an energy,
which will draw him a card.
And then he's gonna be able to jump. Nasty. Can he get there? Nope, that looked like a struggle. Can't get there.
Let's see.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40, 45, 50. Yeah, he couldn't get there. So he was like 105, 110.
Wow.
Go back over to the comments because I just
wrote.
there it is. The shut up. If y'all don't know, Mr. Sword, aka Danny Maxey, was the guy that removed Victory Strike off of Awakened Power in Dallas with Godstrike Beerus, and a judge ruled that it was legal. Both players and judge completely forgot the permanent of can't negate any skills on Victory Strike.
That's all she wrote. Oh, Kyle.
Wait, no. Was it?
He just won.
Oh, Matt scooped. Okay. Matt scooped when he out-comboed him. All right, I thought he couldn't get there. I thought that's why they scooped. My bad. I totally misread that situation. Or are they sideboarding? I thought Kyle couldn't get there.
I'm so confused.
Yeah, I thought Kyle couldn't get there. That was game 2. I think they're sideboarding, I believe. But double check to make sure.
Well, it could be siding out.
Yeah, they could be siding out, or they're siding in for game 3. They haven't picked their leaders up, and he's sitting there shuffling now. So I'm pretty sure they're going to game 3.
I guess he couldn't get there.
Man, Pumpkin Trainer Joe, I disagree on that, dude. Like, the skill really comes in how you get there. I think the brain dead version is Purunga ramp, where you play the Victory Strike. Thanks, Can't Bear. I thought he had too much combo power for Kyle, so that was my interpretation of the situation. But so yeah, we're going to game 3 here.
Yeah, I mistakenly thought that
he got there and Sublett scooped.
Yeah.
I mean, if he had been able to get there, then I don't know if he was.
Yeah, 10Ks.
Yeah, that's a lot of 10Ks gone. That's the bad part about it. So I don't even know if I don't think if Sublett had got over that, he would have scooped. Or if Kyle had gotten over that Victory Strike swing, I don't think he would have scooped. Granted, he was empty-handed, but he still had 2 life. Yeah, it didn't pop off, and he was still on. That's great. Wait, he awakened, but yeah. I wonder if you know what he may have forgotten though? I don't know how close he was to his combo power. I wonder if he forgot that Sublett tapped out, especially after playing that Khalifa, and that would have plus 5K'd on the leader from the leader skill. I wonder if he forgot about that. Too. I don't know how close it was. It looked like it was still a great deal, like a good 40K short.
Combo power on Kyle Roberts end was 75 to 110.
Yeah, 75 to 110. That 5K wouldn't have mattered. If y'all want to see a spicy version of blue-yellow Broly apes on stream, y'all need to start sending messages to Neil right now. You've only got 2 to 3 more rounds to see it. I'm 1-1 with it. I'm the only guy running them apes up in here today. So if you want to see it, you need to ask this man for it now. Wait a second. That means, but then. Man, I'm gonna put my Gohan mat out anyway. Y'all, that way you can. My opponent, you'll know it's still Dabbers, but Gohan gotta be out there since I don't have him in my deck. All right, U6 is on the play, so this is definitely gonna put him back in an advantage.
It really depends on how this turn 1 plays out and what he draws. Ooh, there we go.
No dual color is.
No, that's what you want to do. This is an aggro deck. You typically, with U6 Cabba, especially like this, you don't want to be charged a dual color.
You do when you're on the play, because he has nothing else to do here. Because I mean, he's not going to do anything on. Sublett's not going to do much here besides tap. He's going to swing with lead and maybe play a Kind Saiyan, or not a Kind Saiyan, but Ready to Fight. Charges a Gallic Gun, gets the red out early, so he's going to take his draw here. If he's got Ready to Fight, he's gonna spin it and play it. Nope.
Ooh.
Things just got nasty, y'all. Sublett just took
Turn
control.
Turn 1 Black Mass Saiyan.
Oh, I am sorry, Kyle. Without removal, about the only way he can do this is to actually hard cast. If he plays this right, is that a yellow? That's bad. I think you need a dual yellow for the it taps energy. What can he play to tap something down? That he can hard cast. I'm sorry, hard cast to tap something down. I was thinking the one that lets you tap an energy by taking a life, but it's only energy. I
think
believe.
it's only energy.
Yeah, it's only
the 2
energy,
drop is
man.
just energy.
So he's gonna pitch 2 off of whatever he plays here. If he chooses to play something, that's a trick.
That also means he can't even play Planet Sadala without negging.
Yeah, but so he's gonna neg the 2 cards here because he's gonna draw 2. So realistically, he's gonna -1 his hand for this to get this guy out because he's got to pitch 2 now. Actually, technically, he doesn't have to pitch 2 now because he can resolve his skills before his opponents.
I'm looking that up right now.
Or is it part of the cost?
That's what I'm checking.
Ah, yeah.
That is what I am checking. Your opponent chooses. It doesn't say as a cost, so I'm gonna say after it resolves.
Yeah, so it could have been, he could have not pitched until after he drew 2 more and pitched 1 to give him more information. But it's not, they were looking, I guess there's a judge or somebody there talking to him. And maybe he's asking him about that ruling.
Yeah, he might be asking me about that ruling.
Yeah, all right, cool. Oh yeah, Isaiah's there, man. We good. Yeah. Hopefully Isaiah's our head judge. You know Isaiah. He said he was gonna head judge since he wanted to take everybody's money since he's part of the hosting crew. So yeah, my interpretation would be that he gets to resolve Cabba and leader of taking the life before he decides how to pitch which 2 to pitch.
That's how I would rule it as well.
I have not seen a Zamasu running around out there.
I don't think there is a Zumasu. It's looking like there's a lot of Pan and a lot of Janemba.
Honestly, man, the closest thing to a Zamasu deck.
Alright, so we're gonna do like the paper thing, like they do with PPG. I'm just setting it off to the side. If they need a judge call, they're just gonna put it onto the.
Hell yeah.
Dope.
Yeah.
I don't think. Honestly, I'm not going to give away too much of the spice, but I think the only truly hang in there meta relevant Zamasu is going to involve the new green stuff from the draft box, mixing a little green and blue and coming up with some real hot sauce. And with just the draft box being so hard for so many people to get the cards, it's like not too many new cards are being played today. Like I think there's a couple of the new 7-drop mirrors, Gallic Cannon that you see right there. I've seen some Desperate Measures running around, but that's a common. I've seen UI Goku, obviously we saw in this matchup too. And then I've got Apes in my deck. I think some people are running that 6-drop King Vegeta that permanent turns off all battle card skills. From the draft box, it's a 6-drop. It's mostly in the ramp decks.
I don't really like that card because it turns off your stuff. So unless you're playing Vic Strike, like you're kind of just shutting yourself off as well.
But it can buy you turns. And
sure.
And I mean, what you're doing again, you're playing it in a ramp deck.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and what else is the ramp deck playing?
That's what I'm saying. Unless you're playing it in the ramp deck, like I don't really like it in the other deck.
Yeah, 6 cards and a 6 energy. If you're not playing it in the ramp deck, it's
honestly,
6 energy.
If I had the chance of playing today, I would play this bad boy right here. This red yellow King Vegeta.
I tested against it last night. The blue yellow superior.
Superior to what?
To a red yellow like Broly Apes.
Broly? Oh, come on.
That's not what you would do with it? That's what most people are doing with it. We're talking about the King Vegeta and Vegeta Royal Bloodline red yellow dual card. Most people are playing it with apes, and so that they can rival for 1 1 yellow. You can rival that with a red-yellow combo, and then you can evolve into the old King Vegeta ape to give all your apes barriers and make all your Saiyans combo -1 cost. And I tested against last night. Granted, I only tested 1 match, but it's just like it doesn't. I don't feel like it plays enough. It doesn't have enough space for enough red and enough yellow, unless you wholly commit to there. Like for example, the deck I played last night played a little bit of the yellow Caulifla in it as well.
I would like to see the list to see how compared to mine that we've been testing over here, because we've been testing this deck out, mainly me and Isaiah, and it's pretty fire.
Oh yeah, if you get that like, I'll be honest, let me say this. If I hit my cards and RNG doesn't mess me up, I just get up under it. Because if you drop the 5-drop King Vegeta, I'm in a world of hurt. And that's what stinks about it.
All right, so 1-drop Caulifla, look in the top 5. Man, he's got all the answers out. It's like, Whis, he can't offensively bean. You got Massain, he can't play any 2-drops without any, or 15k or lower without negging. Like,
but here he's got the
putting
1-drop
world of
out
hurt.
and he's got the 2-drop, so he can go into Kefla. And Kefla's a 19, even though you're playing her off a skill.
It is 19, and also when you combo them in, that's not going to be affected.
Because those are 20Ks.
The main thing that it's affecting is the 2-drops.
Got a really cool ruling. This is a Neil question. If this is negated, does it still get played? Because this isn't the battle. This is right up your alley.
This card is
negated when like
the attack.
The attack.
Because this is it gets played.
If the attack is negated,
Yes.
if the attack is negated, the auto will still go off.
No. We know that auto. We mean
Yes.
this get played
And it
because
says, when you combo with this card from an energy area using his skill, the card at the end of battle. And what does that say?
it says it combos with it, but when the attack is negated, it doesn't go to an actual battle.
It doesn't.
Well, if that
still goes
if
into
that
combo.
forces the combo, this does go into the
Yes.
combo area no matter what.
It does.
And so-
Yeah.
We just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
We just wanted to make
Is
sure.
that-
That's
is
what
that
we
what
had
you
said.
thought?
This is
Yeah.
what we had said too.
Yeah, we
just
said
don't
that.
come-
We wanna-
It's like set. It's like a set 2 trunks.
Yeah.
When it attacks, you still get to
I
combo.
got you. I got you.
We weren't 100%, but we just had to.
So the question there was just about a Vegito deck that apparently is floating around out there. So now there's some sexy freaking 8-drop meteoric Vegito out there. So man,
That plays the 6-drop trunks.
all right. So he actually hard casted, or he hard comboed. Dope play. He resolves that first, and then he's gonna
Taps
bounce
the Massain.
He's gonna tap the Massain and then send it back to hand.
I wouldn't send it back to hand. Honestly, I would just attack it now.
Tag it with leader.
No, attack it with Cabba.
Okay.
Attack it.
Both of those.
Attack
He
with
took the
leader.
5K. We're gonna have to do dice here. He took the 5K off of Caulifla, but both of them should get 5K again. Hopefully,
All
you
right, he's
recognize.
doing that.
There. Okay, there
And
we
he's
go.
getting more dice. Hell yeah. That's what I like to see.
So the question is, does he take the life for the awaken here?
I think you should.
It's up to.
It is up to. I think he's chosen to forego, which I don't know.
If he moves on to another action, then it doesn't matter.
I don't know what's in his hand. His hand is kind of low because the Black Massain already did a bunch of work.
Yeah. So yep, he's assumed to have forgone the Cabba draw of life, which isn't a bad thing if he doesn't feel like he can. He just wants to put in work here and save and be able to take that life later, or maybe off of a swing or something. I imagine he's going at the Massain with this at 25K.
See, I would, but he's going at leader.
Okay.
He's just trying to neg Frieza's life as much as he can.
Yeah.
Because he's at 3 energy, so even if he objections and he untaps 2 of Frieza, that's just a way neg, and so you would never do that.
Yeah. So he takes the 2 there, get him at 3 life, leave him Massain on board, which is weird.
And
but
now it looks like he's about to go into Kefla.
So yeah, that's dope. But why doesn't he swing at the Massain with the leader?
I guess he wants.
So he does that. Now he gets a 1 to go to 5. Switch it to 5,
1,
dude.
2, 3. No, it'd be 4.
It was 2 on Caulifla, 3. Okay, that's right. 4
And
for
one
this,
and
yeah.
one on.
All right, that's time. I can hear the beeper beeping. So there we go. He's turned 0. You put a 1 over there, but he's turned 0, so we know where it's at. Now a 10-minute turns goes on. So there we go. He's swinging. I guess he's going to try to go game here, man. I mean, that's a freaking 39K swing right there. Oh, that's not going to get game unless he's sitting on something in hand. Why did?
Well, either way, he just wants to push as much damage as
Yeah.
possible, but that's tricky because even if he does, Sublett can just play the ultimate form Goku.
Yeah.
So it's a catch-22 really.
That's actually a pretty. That ultimate form Goku is a pretty nasty play as far as you know, like a way to do it a turn early. You do it at 4 and do the same thing of
Untap 2. So right now Vegeta is at 20k,
he is.
even though there's no dice on it.
It's hard to put that on there because all it takes is for him to awaken, which I know he doesn't want to.
Right.
But if he awakens, then it goes away. Or if I don't think he plays it, but if he's in a button right now, bam, untap the 1 energy.
Which is why I'm like waiting to be on standby.
So we'll see. That's 39. He's going for the 39 single right there. Is that where he's stopping at?
It's a lot of cards in hand.
It is, but as long as he takes it, guess he wants to make sure he's got everything he needs for next turn. So now he can swing lead, draw a card, and he's a 20k swinger then. Maybe he swings. He should swing lead here no matter what.
I mean, he has to.
He has to at least put pressure on his hand or try to there you go. Swing lead. Take the card.
I guess he's shifting things over. He's expecting to combo a lot.
What's he got, like 5-6 cards in hand?
It's looking like 4 to 5. It's kind
I'm
of
not
hard,
as
it's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah, I'm not experienced enough with this stream camera to tell hand size. All right.
Super combo.
Super combos are dead if he drops Victory Strike, unless he just has a bunch of them and Sublett doesn't combo anything.
Super combos are dead.
No, dead. I mean, like with Victory Strike out and then Sublett comboing a ton of cards, they're not as impactful. So there's his super to 20. He's looking to get. He's got to get to 35. Let's make sure on that he gets to 35. So wait, hold on. He's at 30. He's still comboing. He did it. He did it. He's good. All right, he knew it. I could hear Matt say that they recognized he's at 30. They just didn't put the die on there because once he untaps, it goes away. 20, 30. He just needs 5K more. I think, here's what I think. I can't see his hand, so I don't know. My assumption is that he is actually holding the Trickster this time, and that way, once he plays something, he can just tap it down. I mean that's because if he goes all out again, and if he does it correctly, what he does is he lets him play the 5-drop, the 5-drop that's a 4-drop ultimate form. He lets him play that, and then he lets him awaken, and then he lets him spend that 1 energy to go into Victory Strike, and then he tricksters the Victory Strike and taps it down, so he's just sitting at 1 energy. I think that's the smart play. He's got 2 energy over there, man. He's got a yellow and a blue. Oh, he doesn't have the dual color. You are right. Oh, that's right. He didn't charge a dual color. That's why he needs to charge that turn 1. Oh, man. I wonder if he recognizes that. Awaken for the unto. Yeah, he probably should have done it. Let's see. Unless he's got some other plan. All right, there's that. Bam, bam, into bam. No responses. Why didn't he charge that dual color? Well, Sublett was just sitting on Sublett was sitting on so many cards in hand that I don't think he gets there. This is just for more look, man. He just wants to hit a super combo or something. He'll take, I guess 5K is 5K though, right? Oh no, he's gonna pitch for 2, smart. Bam, double up. Now he swings and he's gonna combo everything. That's 45 right there. And he just says a lot. 1, 2, 3, yeah, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 85? He's base 45, right? Victor Strike's base 45?
85, yeah.
All right, he untaps there. He should have done that on leader swing, dude.
He can't.
No, I'm saying when he swung with his leader, he should have freaking
On whose leader swing?
on his own.
No, because he had the one drop. Or he had the Whis out. It would have KO'd an energy.
Oh, right. Let's see. Bam, bam. Oh, that's
That's
it.
it.
Matt,
That's all she
Matt
wrote.
pulls it out in game 3, yo. Congrats to him. U6 moving on. Man, Matt's got a spicy build, y'all. Anyone who thinks it, like, this, like, it's even if you think it's not a helmet deck. It's not a straightforward, easy run. You have to, you gotta know matchup, man. And that's where the skill set comes in, is matchup
I'm
knowledge.
trying to think. Is he even playing? He's playing 3 Chomp on the Trickster. See, I think that card should get
Well,
4 of.
yeah. The problem there was he didn't charge that dual color. That's why he has to charge the dual color in turn 1, is so Chomp is a 2-drop instead of a 3. All right, y'all. That's the end of the round as far as I know. You know, they may be finishing up with some other games, but I'm gonna bounce out there and so I can see my parent for the next round. Maybe I'll see y'all on stream later.
All right, we will be right back with the next round.